Hello everybody, welcome back to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. We are live for Colombia against Portugal in this, well, final night of the group stage in this World Cup. We've just watched England, and that was a good game. And now we're going to, well, it was a good result for England. I think maybe we'll talk about it during the watch-along. I think there's stuff for England to do. But this is interesting because it has a big impact on who tops this group. Colombia are top at the moment, but of course Portugal will want to top the group. We'll talk about how it impacts on each of them. But I haven't watched Colombia play yet, so for my part, I'm quite interested to see how they're going to get on and what they're all about, really. Shiny forehead, I'm hot, and I'm going to get hotter because I've got a coffee on the go. Shiny, happy people having fun. That's what it says. If you've got a shiny face, it means you're a happy person having fun, which is, I think you'd all agree, what I'm all about. Shiny, happy, and having fun. Yeah, Mexico versus Ecuador is confirmed now, says Zed. Let's have a quick look at that, because as it stands in the group, it looks like this. We'll go through the team news in a minute, but Ronaldo does start. Got a lot to learn tonight about Colombia, actually, for me. A lot to learn, and I'm very excited to learn it. But as you can see, as it stands, Portugal are in second place to maximum points Colombia. So Portugal need to win to get top. Congo are playing Uzbekistan, a win for Congo, and apparently they could end up playing England as it stands. So yeah, we'll see how that develops as well, because apparently England won't be playing Senegal, they'll be playing Congo if they win. So let's see if that ends up being the truth. However, as things stand at the moment, Portugal play Croatia because Portugal are second in the group. Now, the reason Portugal will want to win this group is because Croatia's a difficult game, and then you probably play Spain in the last 16. So Portugal, second in the group, will play Croatia, then they'll play Spain or Austria, but probably Spain. So for Portugal, that's two tough games before the quarter-final. For Colombia, who are top at the moment, they play Ghana, and then you play Switzerland or Iran. So two easier games, really. I'm not saying Switzerland wouldn't beat Colombia, but that's going to be the side of the draw that Portugal play, because you don't get two difficult games before the quarter-final. So Portugal are going to definitely want to win to top the group. There's no advantage. There's no advantage for Portugal to say it doesn't matter, because it does. It does. It definitely does. So, yeah, exciting. Hopefully we're going to get a good game. Welcome everyone on TikTok again. Thank you for your follows at CDG and T Newman as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for getting involved. I love that. Yeah, so, yeah, looking forward to this. Are you doing the Argentina game? No. I contemplated doing it, but there's two reasons I'm not doing it. The only real jeopardy is Austria against Algeria, but I could almost predict the future. Goldbridge predicts they'll play a draw out so that they both qualify. So I think that will happen. And also, Argentina are going to rest players because they've already qualified top of the group. So yeah. I think that will happen. Let's get the teams on the screen. So that's the Colombian team, which is the team we're going to learn a lot about, hopefully. I'm hoping they're going to impress me. That's what I'm hoping the most. This game is on BBC, isn't it? No. Is it on ITV or what? It's on BBC One. Sorry, nearly missed the start. Oh yeah, I still had it on the other channel. We are about to start here. Let me... we're on Miami for this game. Miami. Which is a nice stadium. And there will be a lot of Colombians and there will be a lot of Portuguese fans for this game as well. So, should be a good atmosphere. So, lineups are going to be on the screen for you now. There's the Portugal team, but Ruben Neves starts is the big story instead of João Neves. Neto, Bernardo, Fernandes, João Felix and Ronaldo are the front four. Vega, Diaz, Mendes, Cancelo and Costa are the back five. And it's Vitinha and Ruben Neves, not João Neves, in the midfield. As for Colombia, Vargas, Arias, who will know, Sanchez, Lechimi, Mercado, Puerto, Lerma, Arias, Rodriguez, Cordoba and Diaz. Muniz is on the bench for them. I think they might have made a few changes, Colombia. I'm going to just double check that. But they're on the attack here. Luis Diaz gets the shot off. Oh, it was so close to being a goal for Colombia there. Literally so close to being a goal. Cross came in from Diaz. I don't know whether he's onside or not, but this was a very big chance. Ball out to Diaz. He is their best player. Gets the shot. Oh, he was onside as well. He sort of had to... He did well to react there, Cordoba. But it was very nearly 1-0 to Colombia there. I'm just having a quick look if they've... if they've made any changes, Colombia, or if they've gone strong. Let's have a look at their last game. So they beat Congo 1-0. Muniz, was he in the team or not? Yeah, Muniz started that game. Looks like they've made a couple of changes here. So Vargas, Arias, Sanchez, Lechimi, Mercado. He's changed both fullbacks. Puerta, Lerma, Arias is their midfield. Rodriguez, Suarez, Diaz, Rodriguez, Cordoba, Diaz. So he's made about 3 changes, the Colombian manager, for this. Muniz has been rested. So they've not done a Norway. And obviously Colombia will not want to lose this because they get a better side of the draw. Remember, Portugal at the moment would play Croatia and then the winner of Spain, Austria. Whereas Colombia would play Ghana and the winner of Switzerland, Iran. So you want to be on that side of the draw. You really do. I've had some early super chats on YouTube. Thanks for the follows, Mullick and Jolene and Cool. Looks like a Colombia home game with as many worldwide fans Portugal has. Colombia being close to Miami may help a lot. That's from Kobe. Mark, Henderson came on to let Jude B go forward. If Maynard had come on, would Jude have had to stay in the 6? Thanks for the videos and all that you do, says Iggy. Yeah, I think Henderson's more of a defensive change than Maynard, isn't he? Cookie says, terrible showing from England. We need to go back to the attacking days of Southgate. Tuchel's too defensive. Southgate was pure offensive mastery. Yeah, we've all had a good night. Sean, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for your super chats. If you want to do them, we'll do them through the $sign. We'll read them out. Start bench sales can come back within reason. Nerd says, Miami has a huge Colombian immigrant community. No surprise it's a home game. Well, that's good to see. Oh, there's a huge amount of yellow shirts. Be interesting to see how Ronaldo does, actually. I do want to just have a quick look at this Colombian side because it's the one team I haven't watched. And I apologise, I have not watched them. And I feel a bit bad because they have obviously won their first 2 games, but they had crap kickoff times. I've seen their highlights, but I've just not seen any of their games. So Espina has 130 caps, but he doesn't start in goal. It's Vargas, who plays for Mexico's Atlas. You've got Muniz, who isn't starting, but obviously we know him from Crystal Palace. The right back who's starting is 34 and plays for Independiente. Yerry Mina is in their squad but doesn't start. Davinson Sanchez plays for Galatasaray, formerly of Spurs. Lechimi and Mercado in the defence. You've got Lechimi, who plays for Bologna, and Mercado plays for Nantes. Very experienced back defensive line for Colombia. Their youngest defender is 28. And they've selected 8 defenders, and their youngest one is 28. It's a good start to this game, though. Much better than Uruguay, Spain, and much better than Norway, France. This could be the game that actually delivers. Lerma in their midfield. It's a very experienced Colombian team, actually. They don't have a lot of young players coming through. Jefferson Lerma is 31. He's playing in the midfield with Puerto and John Arias. John Arias plays for Palmeiras, 28. And who was the other midfielder I said? Puerto plays for Racing Santander in Spain. Youngest player in the team is 22. And then you've got Cordoba, who is 33, plays for Krasnodar. You've got Diaz, obviously, plays for Bayern Munich. He's 29. And James Rodriguez, Minnesota, 34. It's a very experienced Colombian side. I mean, not only have they not got many people who are young, they haven't got many people who are under 28. They've got a striker called Andre Gomez, who's 23, plays for Vasco da Gama. And then the rest of them are 28 or older. And then in their midfield, they've got that Puerto, who's 22. Very experienced team. Richard Rios. I'm surprised he's not starting, actually. I knew there was a couple of Colombian players I thought might be starting. I mean, Richard Rios, I think he's a brilliant player, but not a starter. Anyway, that's enough about them. We'll keep an eye on them. Let's see how they do. They've started off quite well here. Good hold-up play there by Cordoba. Crosses, well, it was more of a cross shot, actually. Matthew Frost says, what's your thoughts on Steve Clarke resigning? Well, he never looked happy, did he? Yeah, he never looked happy. Thanks for the super chat, Matthew. Big Mike and Samo and Bruno, thank you very much for your follows, and Stuart as well over on TikTok. Who's excited about the knockout stage? Starts tomorrow. I'm very excited. I mean, look, the group stage has delivered. I've enjoyed it. Seeing Rodriguez and Ronaldo on the pitch together again made me nostalgic for the Zidane Madrid era. Well, I mean, I haven't seen James Rodriguez play for years. I mean, it's 12 years ago since he lit up the... I mean, that Colombian side was good. Very good in the Brazil World Cup. Someone says, have you seen the update on Alvarez? No. I'm just having a quick look. Or maybe I should have just asked people in the chat. Caden says, just show the match. You won't get banned. It's free to watch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, won't get banned at all. Definitely won't get banned for doing that. Don't know why I didn't think of it. Colombia, definitely the better team here. It's not been a very good start from Portugal at all, has it? I mean, if this is... you can see Colombia hitting the quarterfinals quite comfortably if they top the group. They're going to have a lot of support throughout the tournament. I mean, that's something to consider as well. It's not only about, like, where you finish. It's about where you play, isn't it? So Colombia, as we can see here in Miami, have huge support, and that's probably going to be the same, I think, around the United States and I don't know whether there's any South American games, but if Colombia win, they play in Kansas and then they play in Vancouver. Maybe that's not as good then. Is there many Colombia fans in Kansas City Stadium? That's not in Kansas though, is it? That's Kansas City, which is Missouri, I think. I'm learning. Whereas if they finish second in the group, they'd play in Toronto and then Dallas. Either way, you're going to end up in Canada. England are playing Atlanta and then Mexico City and then Miami if we get past that. I'm going to Miami. Benvenuto a Miami. We are in Miami here, actually. And there's a shot from Bruno. Just goes wide. Yeah, I mean, I knew we'd get asked this question. What do... Cameron says, go to bed, Mark, won't say it again. Mate, I feel absolutely fine tonight. Last night I was getting a bit tired, but I got the guitar out. I was fine. Uzbekistan are winning against Congo. Does that mean we get Uzbekistan? Do we get Uzbekistan if they win? Or do we still keep Senegal? Still get Senegal? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it works. So why do we get Congo from the same group if they win, but we don't get Uzbekistan? Oh, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. So we can get Congo if they finish third in this group, but if Uzbekistan finish third in this group, we don't get it. It is the same group. Uzbekistan are beating Congo. Oh, they're already out. Sorry. Well, they can't. Yeah, they are out because 3 points won't be enough. Fair enough. I'm not asking ChatGPT. It doesn't always tell the truth about football. Evening, Mark. Decent result tonight. I really hope the way Tuchel has got us set up is geared towards dealing with heavier hitters. Thoughts? Says Chapman. Hold on a minute. Colombia on the attack. Some lovely play from Colombia. I've been very impressed with them in the first 13 minutes. My first time watching them. I like their energy. I like their tenacity. And let's not forget, this is a decent Portugal side, and they're giving them the run around here in the first 15 minutes. Some of these underdogs or dark horses, we see them do well, but then are they doing it against the top teams? This is Colombia against Portugal, and they're doing well here. Impressed with Colombia in this first 15 minutes. Yeah, you know, I want to answer that question about England, right? You know what? I'm very positive about England and Tuchel, which is a novelty because I never liked Southgate's England. Right. This is my 10th World Cup. And not just, you know, England has been in all of them apart from one. So I know England. I also know World Cups, right? Very rare, can't even think of a time it happened where a team enters the World Cup and from group stage all the way through plays scintillatingly good football. This is the longest World Cup we've ever had as well. I do think there's something to be said to compartmentalising it. So I'm quite happy with the way we've come through the group. There was a good performance against Croatia, a poor performance against Ghana, and a workmanlike performance against Panama. In the next game, whether it's Senegal or Congo, I don't want us to... The only thing I want us to do is avoid penalties. So if we have to go... If we win 1 or 2-0 and we do it in third gear, I'm okay with that. It's about going through and not slipping up. And if we don't play well until the semi-final and the final, I don't care. I want us to play well, but it's a tournament. So actually... I'm not massively bothered with today's performance because we got the job done. We're not going to play well in every single game. If we could play like we did against Croatia every single game, we'd probably break World Cup history. It's not going to happen. So it's job done, but we've got to get better now. You know, we've got to get better, but we don't have to be brilliant in the next round. You know, we could be reasonable and get through. There's definitely areas for improvement, though. I think the defence, as everybody has said, looks a bit shaky. I don't think you can blame Tuchel for that. I think that's a quality thing. He's got... and it's interesting. People say take Trent. It's not. That's not the problem. I don't think it's going forward. It's the problem. It's defensively. I like this player. I like him a lot. Not him. Great save keeper. I can't see his shirt number. Number 11 for Colombia. There you go. I like him. Arias of Palmeiras. I like him. I'm sure he's played somewhere else. He was at Wolves. I knew the name from somewhere. I like him. I like his energy. Looks good. Cordoba nearly scored as well. A good save by the keeper. So yeah, I think with England, the weaknesses for me, the defence is not... There's not a lot you can do with it though. Like, I would not be playing Harry Maguire and John Stones in 2026. Gahey and Konza are probably the best centre-backs we've got. Is it good enough? I don't know. Left-back, Nico O'Reilly, I do like. Right-back, we've got massive problems, but would Trent make us better defensively? No. Midfield, I like it. I thought Elliot Anderson played well today. In fact, I saw Piers Morgan having a go at him and I said, no, mate. Elliot Anderson's done well in the last 2 games. Clearing up the defence, playing the simple pass. I think Elliot Anderson's been good. Rice is obviously good. Bellingham's good. So I'm happy with the midfield. Kane's Harry Kane. Wingers, I think we've got the right wingers. I think Rashford and Saka are the right wingers, but Saka needs to be a lot better. So yeah, look, I think wingers and the defence worry me a little bit at the moment, but we can get better. Rashford or Gordon? With our defence, you might want a winger that's a little bit more defensive, but ideally, you want to be able to attack, don't you? Colombia look brilliant here. I've got to say, this is a real treat towards the end of the group stage because it's the only decent team I haven't seen play in the World Cup yet. Because of kickoff times, and they do look very good. They do look very good, and I like their midfield. It's 1-1 between Congo and Uzbekistan, by the way. Mbuka has scored. Remember, if Congo win, England get Congo, so we've got a bit of excitement going on in that game as well. Wizza plays for Congo and Wan-Bissaka. So I'd like to, I'd rather get Congo than Senegal. Twan Sebi as well. I think Senegal are better than Congo as well, aren't they? Biz says incorrect, Mark. Mate, Roz says I'm incorrect as well. What am I incorrect about? Oh, I said 1-1. It must have been ruled out for Congo. Yeah, it has been ruled out. Sorry. So we're back to Senegal again. Feels like Portugal is going out of their way to extend the play to the wings and refuse to thread down the middle, says J-Dad. Snog, marry, avoid. Harry Kane, Luke Shaw, Jordan Henderson. Well, I'm not going to snog or marry any of them. Purple burglar alarm. That's just a waste, that is. Come on. I'm Rob, always right. It's a conspiracy, says Rob, New Spurs. Thank you very much. Mobility and Nazim, thank you very much for your follows on TikTok. I think that I think Portugal have a massive problem, and I might not be right that England are going to win the World Cup, even though I said it before the tournament. But I'm not wrong about Portugal. They literally have got the Spanish, because he's Spanish, Roberto Martinez. He is the Spanish Southgate. I haven't seen the goal, Bobby, to say whether it should have been disallowed or not. Congo will come back in that game. There they are again. Arias. Oh, it was going in the bottom corner. Cleared off the line. Portugal are on the ropes here. They're on the bloody ropes. Oh, my God. I can't believe I've just seen a comment. I've just got rid of them. Don't worry. It just amazes me sometimes what people put in the chat that passes for entertainment. I mean, I'd be embarrassed to type it. But anyway, yeah, Portugal. Dead team. So boring. So much talent in their team, but Vitinha, Bruno, so much talent, and they just don't play good football because Martinez is boring. He did it with Belgium, and he's done it with them as well. Stephen Pina says Portugal play so slow, it's like they're intentionally trying to slow the game down when they're in possession, and they're boring. Yeah, they are boring. They're always boring. They've been boring for years. The manager they had before this one was boring. They've got so many good players, but they play boring football. Well, they've got a free kick here from about 30 yards out. I wonder if Ronaldo will hit it. Colombia have been the better side. 2 decent shots. 1 cleared off the line and 1 saved well. England lost twice to Portugal, didn't they, in the World Cup? Yeah, mate, that was 20 years ago. I didn't say they were boring forever. I said they've been boring in recent years. I mean, they did beat us 20 years ago. You're right, yeah. Nerds Ruined Wrestling says Portugal and Spain play tedious football. Spain, I liked watching Spain in the Euros. I don't think they've got going in the World Cup yet. Constantine says, I was at the England-Panama game. The atmosphere was electric. I'm really hoping that we grow into the tournament. Ronaldo hits a free kick straight at the goalkeeper. Cobber, Toby, thank you very much. How are you finding the heat? The rest of the house has really cooled down, but this room, because obviously it's got lights and streaming equipment, I just can't cool it down. It's in the winter, it's really cold in here, but in the summer, it gets very hot. I need to get an aircon unit. I said it on the previous stream, if you're in the UK or abroad and you know anyone who does decent aircon units, get in touch. That's footballmedia@gmail.com. I'll pay for it. They've just sold out all over the UK. Hydration break already here. What a very good first 24 minutes. Very impressed with Colombia. First time watching them. Very impressed with them. They've done very well. They probably deserve to be winning. If you know what I find incredible as well. Remember what I said. If Portugal finish second, they play Croatia and then probably Spain. If you finish top, you play Ghana and then Iran or Switzerland. So this is Portugal trying to finish top. What central air plant man, spaceman? Never heard of that. Oh, I've seen that. Interesting. Sorry, I've just lost something there. Mark, get a heat pump, heating and cooling. I don't know how that works, Nico. I was looking at that. I only had 2 minutes to look at it, and I don't really get how it works because I've only just had my central heating system done. So does that mean I've got to go and get a load of stuff done again? I don't think I could have it because what if I wanted hot water? I don't know. I'm confused. Watch the England game with my grandparents rather than going down to Villa Park. What a privilege. What's the best game you've watched with the family, Mark? Says Ayman. I like that story, Ayman. I mean, look, honestly, like, before I used to do streaming, which feels like forever, England tournaments up until 2010. In fact, streaming's probably been quite good for me in getting back into England because 2010, I sort of gave up on England after the South Africa World Cup. I just gave up. I was fed up with them. And I've only really started getting back into them properly since Southgate went. But from like 1990 to 2010, so 30 years, loved the World Cup and the Euros, really got into England. So when I first got with my wife, like not when we were married, when we first got in a relationship, we were in Mallorca for most of 2004 Euros, which was Rooney's tournament. That was brilliant. We used to go to this bar in Mallorca, which was quite an international bar. So if you were in the bar now, there'd be Colombians and Portuguese people in it, and then if Spain were playing, obviously Spanish. So it was great. And then 2006, yeah. And then if I was at home, I always used to, like, you know, there'd be a party at someone's house in the family. So yeah, that's how I used to watch them as well. So it's good. I used to go to a place on Broad Street in Birmingham as well called Brannigan's. Went there a couple of times. It was a nightclub, but they'd open up for England games as well. That was brilliant. Like being in an absolute packed nightclub, everybody watching football. It was good. I mean, I'd be panicked about that now because you'd be like, you know, the volatility. In those days, people would watch the game, cheer, and be happy, and keep their beer in their hand. But any big crowd you're in now, there's this knobhead mentality of throwing your beer in the air. I just don't get it. Beer is not cheap. And, you know, you see that box park, and, you know, we scored a retaken penalty against Croatia, and people are throwing their beers in the air, and I'm like, I don't get that. I remember being in a pub on Trent Bridge in Nottingham when in 1998, England Argentina. It was absolutely packed, and must have been about, I don't know, there was hundreds in there. Went to penalties, extra time. No one threw a beer in the air at all. I don't know where it's come from. I don't know why you throw your beer in the air. Don't get it. Hi Mark, did you play video games when you were younger? Yes, Skull, I did. Anyway, I don't mind having a bit of a chat in between, but this is a very good game of football as well. Colombia on the attack again. Awesome Soccer says, start, bench, sell, Football Manager, FIFA, Fall Guys. I'm sure we did that yesterday, mate. I'll sell Fall Guys, I'll bench Football Manager, and I'll start FIFA. I mean, I had some great times with FIFA. The career modes are still there. I knew Colombia are good, but goddamn, need to take a chance, says Rex. Yeah, I mean, that can be problematic, yeah. Although, in fairness to Colombia, they nearly scored in the first minute. They've had 2 or 3 chances since then, but I wouldn't say any of their chances have been clear-cut. Jennings, Cool Guy, and Morgs, thanks for your follow. Remember that Colombia-England match? I was there. I remember, I mean, look, that's probably... That was a live stream in 2018 when we knocked Colombia out on penalties. I mean, I think the clip's a GIF, isn't it, on X? I think that's the first penalty shootout I've seen England win in years. That was. I don't think I'd seen England win a penalty shootout in my life. I don't think I had. I think that was the first penalty shootout I'd seen England win in my life, and that was quite an emotional moment. It was on a live stream as well, because, yeah, Italia 90 we lost, Euro 96 we lost, France 98 we lost, Euro 2004 and 6 we lost. Yeah, all my life. I've noticed a change in you, Mark, since the overlap, says German. I genuinely don't think you have, mate. Not if you've been watching these watch-alongs over these late-night watch-alongs over the last few weeks. So try again. Vinny, hey, Vinny, it's Vinny, hey, Vinny's in the chat. If you know, you know. Manchester United contact Julian Alvarez's agent. They enter the race. Bollocks. Max, I've never heard such shit in all my life. Vinny says, evening Mark, do you struggle to do watch-alongs after an England game given the emotional investment required for an England watch-along? I would do normally. I haven't done a match reaction. I normally would want to do a match reaction, and I normally would struggle, but no, I wouldn't say I was emotionally invested in England against Panama. I'll tell you what, I'm hotter tonight than I was last night, and it's cooler. I'm really sweating. Portugal showing exactly how important João Neves is, says 10. Rashford over at Gordon all day long, says Cams. Maguire should be there too, and Shaw. Wrong players went to the World Cup. Our defence is crap. Love you, Mark, says Kaminsky. Thank you very much. And El Jamo says, start, sell, bench, Maid Marian and Merry Men, Round the Twist, or Rent a Ghost. Oh, God, I hated Maid Marian and her Merry Men. Round the Twist. I didn't like Rent a Ghost either, so I'd start round the Twist. Rent a Ghost can go on the bench, and Maid Marian and Merry Men can get sold. J Ray says, do you have a second team in the Prem? No, but I'm absolutely fucking cooking in here. Lenhad says, did you change your lighting setup? No, there was a button, there was a setting on my camera that I hadn't done, and somebody told me about it, and I turned it on yesterday. So it's changed it a little bit, but Ben Rankin says, could you send some speedy recovery over to my mate Michael? He was in a 5-week coma. He now has one arm and loves you. Well, speedy recovery to Michael. That sounds horrific. Ben. Tyler Quarry says, start, bench, sell, Pogba, Kante and Vieira. Ooh, I think Kante starts, Vieira goes on the bench and Pogba gets sold. It's a good one. I mean, I like Pogba, but I don't think he stacks up against Kante and Vieira, really, to be honest. Late, consistent streams are class. Up the Goldbridge says your club is shite. Eamon says, I work for Scottish Power and we only get one fan between two in this weather. Absolute disgrace. They don't want their energy bills to go up. Thanks, pal. We've got nearly 10,000 people watching this game tonight at 1 AM. Thank you so much, everybody getting involved. I am shining, Ludo. I'm shining because I'm sweating. I'm trying to just cool down a little bit. I am starting to. I think it's because my... It's not even a fan. It's more of a air purifier I have on in here. Have I spoken about the Scotland manager? Yeah. I mean, it's not like Man City have sacked their manager, is it? It's Scotland. And to be fair to Steve Clarke, I don't think he's the reason that you went out of the World Cup. I don't. I'll tell you what, I actually could put a fan on. That's a good idea. I think I have got a fan. 1 minute. It depends whether she took it to bed with her. Not in that way. Ta-da! Found it. You are fired. You're a rubbish. You are. You can go off. You've let yourself down. You're a crap fan. Don't you argue with me. You're gone. It's my biggest fan. I thought about that on the way in. Right, what can you do? You can't be too loud. Hey, you're good. This could be the game changer. Let's go up a gear. Oh, I've turned it off. There we go. What's your thoughts on the Spurs in the know drama on Fernandez, says Rory. I think I said it on the United Stand earlier. Oh, that's a lot better. Whoever said go and get a fan, you're a legend. That's going to be a right game changer now. That other one I had on's crap. You know you've made it when you've got a Dyson fan. I tell you what, I've had that for years. Are they expensive? Because I've had that for a while. I've lost the controller for it though. Big fan, Mark. I love your funny walk, says Ben. Funny walk? Mark, get a chiller body cooling hat insert. Costs €20. Construction workers use them in extreme heat. Will cool down your body 20 degrees, says Alpha. Thank you, pal. Still 0-0 here. We are approaching half time, by the way. Me says, what do you think about Ronaldo? Oh, it should have been 1-0. Bruno wants a handball. He probably should have scored. Portugal coming alive here. And that's it, gone. Bruno should have scored there. I haven't seen the replay. Oh, a good shot from Cancelo as well. Neto's moaning about a handball. It was Ruben Neves with the shot, sorry. And it was deflected. This was the chance for Bruno. Out wide it goes. Cross comes in. Oh, he should score. Yeah, Bruno should score that. I know the quality of Bruno, and he should score that. And then they went for a handball. Oh, no. They've got to be sisters, haven't they? They've got to be sisters. And they know the camera's on them as well. The one in the white knows they're on camera there. Can you go live later? I have an appointment now, says Rex. Yeah, I'm live on the United Stand at 11 a.m. Ryle says, hopefully this year no player is caught abroad on Instagram wearing another Premier League team shirt. think that fan's a bit close to me, you know. They reckon you shouldn't have it really close. João Felix there, just throwing someone to the floor. This is better by Portugal. I'll talk to you about Ronaldo in a minute. Because it will be half time. Thanks for your follow, Beth and Enzo and DJ. Injuries, Riola and the media ruined Pogba. Ooh, another chance for Portugal. I don't know what's gone wrong here, or right for Portugal, but they've stepped it up in the last few minutes. The hydration break changed the game again. Well, you might be right. Colombia were very good in their first 24 minutes. So you might be right about that. Are you going to Stoke this summer, Mark? Says Logo. Oh yeah, every year. At least the fortnight in Stoke, you can't beat it. Forget Miami or Spain or, you know, the Maldives. 2 weeks in Stoke. Trust me, you'll love it. Yeah, I mean, look, talking about Ronaldo, may as well just do it now. What are your thoughts on Ronaldo? I think that he is obviously not the player he used to be. I mean, we're talking about one of the best players that's ever played the game. I just think he's, like, you look at where he is now and how he's walking back. It's not even that he's a bad player anymore, because I don't think he is. It's just the way he plays the game in the modern game. You can't do that as a striker. Like, you've got to be a battler. You've got to work hard. They've changed the profile of the striker. And James Rodriguez didn't get hold of it. You shouldn't be shooting from there either. So I think Ronaldo obviously still has his qualities. He's not as good as he used to be. But he also doesn't want to... We saw it with Ten Hag. He doesn't want to press. He doesn't want to press. He doesn't want to occupy the centre-backs physically. He just wants to conserve his energy to attack. So, you know, when he's not running around, people notice it. Please do share the video if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok as well. Look, he's also 41, even if he wanted to. Somebody just said it in the chat there, and you're spot on, Dylan. He's also 41. The ability to run and track back is going to be very difficult anyway. And age does matter. I mean, look, physicality, the guy probably never puts a fizzy drink or chocolate or crisps in his mouth at all. You know, his body... Look, my Whoop... I'm 47, but my Whoop age is, I think it's 42. I bet his age is 19, but reality is he's 41. Right, there's a chance here for Portugal down the right wing. Neto. They've definitely come back into it, Portugal. And remember, they will want to top this group. Congo still losing to Uzbekistan, so England would be playing Senegal unless Congo can score 2 goals. Good question here from VJ. Thanks for the super chat. He said, having watched most teams now in the World Cup so far, who's your favourites to win and your dark horses? Ask me that again at half time, because I think we know you can't just sit and say Japan now, because you've got to look at the games and the path. You can literally pick a dark horse who's got, I mean, Colombia could hit the quarterfinals if they top this group. So are they not the dark horse? Saying Japan when they've got to play Brazil isn't the same as Colombia's draw, so you can't be a dark horse if you're out, is what I'm saying. I think you've got to look at the pathway now. Portugal have been a lot better though. Bruno is such a good player. I wish he would stop whining and throwing his hands around. Also, John Arias is the worst player I've seen play for Wolves, says Jack. I thought he was playing well in the first 20 minutes. He's gone a bit quiet now. International football is different though, isn't it? Here's James Rodriguez. Gone down, but Colombia continue their attack with Cordoba. Remember, Colombia have made 3 changes as well, both their fullbacks and one of their forwards. Suarez would normally start, I think, as well. Who plays for Sporting. I think he normally would start over Cordoba. Rodriguez with a shot. Keeper does well, palms it away. And Munez is one of their best players. This is lovely play down the wing from Neto, but he hasn't got any support. Ronaldo's never getting to that, is he? Old Ronaldo would have got onto the end of that. Who's saying Diaz is shit? Scoresy says Diaz is shit. Yeah, okay, mate. Kimmy says you don't look 47, Mark. A lot of people say that. But you are what you are. Tell you what, Colombia do like to shoot from distance, don't they? That's half time. Right, I want to answer this question very quickly. Who is the dark horse of the tournament now? Well, look, I will tell you who the dark horse of the tournament was. I said Japan before the tournament started, but there is a very big issue with that. And that is that really your dark horse is the team that's not expected to win it, who goes far. And when you look at Japan, right, Japan have got to play Brazil, and Norway have got to play Ivory Coast, and the winner of Brazil and Norway, sorry, the winner of Brazil and Japan plays the winner of Ivory Coast and Norway. So that is really difficult, and that if Brazil could basically knock out 3 dark horses before the quarterfinals, because if Brazil beat Japan and then they beat Ivory Coast or Norway, Ivory Coast, Japan and Norway are 3 dark horses, but they're all gone by the quarterfinals because Brazil gets rid of them all, technically. So, you know. But the flip side of that is, if one of those teams knocks Brazil out and ends up in the quarterfinal, they're the dark horse of the tournament. So it still could be Japan, Ivory Coast and Norway, but only one of Brazil, Japan, Ivory Coast and Norway end up in the quarterfinal. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I mean, Mexico, Ecuador, England, tough games. I actually expected England to be playing Mexico in the round of 32, but I actually think Ecuador might knock Mexico out. I think Mexico-Ecuador is going to be a very good game. In the fact that it's in the Azteca probably favours Mexico, but Ecuador could give them a game. I mean, Colombia, if Colombia top the group, Ghana, and then the winner of Switzerland, Iran, they could be quarterfinals, so they could be the dark horse of the tournament. And let's not forget the United States, Bosnia, and then you play the winner of Belgium or South Korea, potentially. So, yeah, United States. And then who else could be? Morocco. If they beat the Netherlands and then they beat South Africa or Canada, they're into the quarterfinals. So I think in short, the dark horse is going to be the team that hits the quarterfinals for me. Yeah. But look, my hot take is that Brazil won't be as good as everyone thinks they are. And to get to the quarterfinals, Brazil have got to go through Japan, Ivory Coast or Norway. So don't be surprised if Brazil struggle. A lot of people think they'll go through, but I don't know. I think Japan will be a tough game on Monday night, and then Ivory Coast or Norway could give them a game, although Norway might pick their reserves, so you never know. You can imagine Norway playing Brazil and then pick the reserves, and the manager says, well, I wanted them to get off on holiday early. Give them a rest. I'll tell you what, as well, I've just realised I didn't even check the results from the... This is bad. I'm really bad. I did not check the results from the late game last night. I didn't know. Belgium won 5-1 against New Zealand. And Egypt drew with Iran. So Belgium must have ended up top in the group. 2 goals for Trossard, De Bruyne, Lukaku and Salimakers. Did not even know. Did not even think about that when I woke up this morning. So yes, Belgium topped their group and Egypt finished second, both on 5 points, but Belgium had better goal difference, so Belgium topped the group in the end. Oh, Mika's back in the UK. He must be getting his air miles in. Proper game this, says Robert McCormack. Yes, I've enjoyed it. First 20 minutes, Colombia were all over them. Last 15 minutes, Portugal were doing really well. Hydration break maybe changed the game. But I have been impressed with Colombia. I was looking forward to watching them. It's the first time I've watched them. And considering they've got 2 or 3 players to come back in the knockout stages, I think they'll give everybody a game. I think the comment in the first half was spot on. They do need to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. Thanks for the follow, David and Jahim. Leela says, what do you think about the game? Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. What about Congo? Well, I wanted Congo to win because I'd rather play them than Senegal. I think Senegal could be a difficult game for England, but it is the World Cup. T-Potion, thanks for your super chat, says, if England's squad expanded to represent Great Britain, would any players from Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland make the team? I can't think of anyone. I think Andy Robertson and Gareth Bale at one point would, but not anymore. Gareth Bale doesn't play anymore. Andy Robertson would make it 4 years ago, but not now. I can't think of anybody now. McTominay? No, fucking no chance. McTominay was very average in that World Cup. I mean, I haven't really watched him play for Napoli, but apart from arriving late in the box for a shot, I don't think McTominay would get anywhere near an England team. McGinn maybe would get in the squad, but yeah, no, not a chance. Jazzy says, classic Mark turning on Ronaldo with the crowd. Yeah, mate, I don't think you listen. I love Ronaldo. One of my favourite players ever to play for Man United. One of the best players to ever play the game. But I'm never going to lie, and I'm never going to just back a player on player FC. The reality is, he isn't the player he used to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. Football is about... Look, Wayne Rooney's on the telly at the moment, right? Wayne Rooney's one of the best players I've ever seen play the game. Certainly the best English talent with Gascoigne. But at the end, I wanted him to start playing for Man United because he wasn't the player he used to be. And we needed to move on. doesn't stop him being a legend, doesn't stop him being an amazing player. But in the end, he had to go. And I wanted him to go. So it's not, you know, Ronaldo isn't the player he used to be. It doesn't mean you're a Ronaldo hater. He's 41. It's incredible what he's achieved with his career, and it's incredible he's playing in a World Cup at 41, but he isn't the player he used to be. And sadly, I think it impacts the way Portugal play. But they have played quite well the last 15 minutes. So, there's nothing more I would love to see than Ronaldo up there with Messi for the Golden Boot as well. I mean, that would just be fantasy. I want him to be the player he was, but I don't think he is anymore. And look, he could still score the winner in this game and help Portugal qualify in first place, which is very important. I didn't answer that question. Who I think is the favourite to win the tournament? Well, I've said England are going to win it, which is obviously, I have to stick to that. And I said Japan would be my dark horse, so I have to stick to that. But if I couldn't pick England and Japan, I would say France. I don't want them to win it, but I would say France, because they've got a very good defence and a very good attack. And if I couldn't have Japan as my dark horse, if Colombia top this group, I think they'll hit the quarterfinals. So it'd be hard to find anyone else that's going to hit the quarterfinals that's not a traditional team. Why don't I know who this guy is between Rooney and Richards? I feel like I recognise him, but I don't know who it is. Someone's gonna Lucas Levy, of course. Look at the S. I knew. He's the guy on the meme, isn't he? Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Connor and Jocker. Are you feeling tired, Mark? No, I'm all right tonight. I don't think I'll even need the guitar in the second half. Oh, schedule. Okay. Schedule is this is I'm excited about this. So the schedule for the next few days. We will be live on TikTok. We will be live on YouTube. Loads of watch-alongs. I don't know how many watch-alongs we've done already, by the way. I'd be scared to figure it out. But please do subscribe if you're on YouTube. Get involved with That's Football. Loads of content. Doesn't matter who you support. And some really exciting stuff coming up over the next few months since we've started working with the overlap. Some really exciting new content coming. So make sure you're subscribing. On the road to 1.5 million. But this is how it's looking for us over the next few days. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we are live. It's the first knockout game of the round of 32. And in many ways, it's one of the most exciting. It's South Africa against Canada with a chance to go to the last 16, which is incredible for either of these two countries. Canada the hosts, South Africa, very, very interested to see how that plays out. Monday night, 6 o'clock, get yourself home from work early. Get the dinner on, get in front of the TV. It's Brazil against Japan. I'm going to be live for that. Brazil against Japan at 6 o'clock on Monday. At 9:30 on Monday, it's Germany-Paraguay. There's been 38 watch-alongs so far, by the way. I've just been told that by Matt, the producer. 38 watch-alongs we've done already. I mean, that's madness. Then our next early morning watch-along is early hours of Tuesday morning, Monday night, Netherlands, Morocco, 2 a.m. I ain't bothered about being up at 2 o'clock in the morning for knockout games. That's going to be a cracker as well. These teams are going home, remember. Netherlands, Morocco, 2 a.m. Early hours of Tuesday morning, one of them's going home. Brazil, Japan, 6 o'clock. Monday night, one of them's going home. On Tuesday at 6 o'clock again, it's another cracker. It's Ivory Coast against Norway. Will Norway pick the reserves? Probably not. And then 10 o'clock on Tuesday night, it's France-Sweden. Should be straightforward for France, but you never know with Sweden, you never know. And then 2 a.m. on Wednesday, I'm watching this one, Mexico-Ecuador in the Azteca. Really looking forward to that. And then Wednesday, it's England at 5. We don't know who they're playing, but it's England at 5. And then it's Belgium at 9 o'clock. We don't know who they're playing yet either. 1 a.m. on Thursday morning, we will be doing it. It's United States against Bosnia. And then Thursday night at 8 o'clock, it's Spain against whoever finishes second in Group J, which is probably going to be Austria. Midnight on Friday, it's second in this group against Croatia, so Portugal or Colombia. Switzerland are playing someone at 4 a.m. Oh, I'm not doing that one. Australia, Egypt is 7 o'clock on Friday, and then Argentina, Cape Verde is 11 o'clock. And then it will be 2:30 a.m. Portugal or Colombia against Ghana. And then we're into the last 16, a week on Sunday. Or is it? No, a week on Saturday, we're into the last 16. Fucking hell. So a week tonight, it's the last 16. Then on Sunday, it's... Oh, no. Well, yeah, okay. I know what's going on now. There we go. I won't go too far ahead. I'll confuse everybody. How do I send a super chat, says PX? You've literally just done it. T-Potion says, they called Roger Miller the oldest swinger in town in Italia 90. He was 3 years younger than Ronaldo is now. Yeah, but 38, with inflation, 38 in 1990 was 69 in 2026. Lack says, my first super chat, first of many. Love Mark, been following United stand since pre-lockdown. You think Ronaldo gets a lot of shit now? Yes. Yes, I do. I think the criticism of Ronaldo has always been there. As a United fan, it was always there. When he was at Real Madrid, it was always there. When he was at Juventus, it was always there. It's always there. And I you know, for me, Ronaldo or Messi, I'll always say Ronaldo because I'm a United fan. But I love Messi as well. But I think the biggest problem with Ronaldo's game is the pace. He hasn't got the pace. With Messi, different type of player, has lost the pace a bit, but he's a different type of player. I think Ronaldo, if he just had another yard, there was a cutback there from Neto in the first half, and Ronaldo 4 years ago would have got on the end of it, but he can't get on the end of it anymore, and that's a drop off in his game that he can't control. He knows where to be a lot of the time, he just can't get there anymore because he's 41. Whose fault's that? You can't criticise the player. Should he retire? I still think he's got a lot to offer, but he can't get to the places he needs to be like he used to. Messi doesn't track back, says John, and walks 24/7, yet Argentina ups their work rate to win the ball back and pass it to him to run up the ball for the counter. Bailey says, hi Mark, how welcoming are match-going United fans with fans from the USA? I want to attend a match at Old Trafford, but not sure how the embrace would be. Mate, no one to give a shit. No one to give a shit. You go to any game at Old Trafford and there's literally a percentage of people who are turning up for the first time. The timer is not on the screen because we've not started the second half yet. So you'll have no problems, mate. None at all. Are you doing the Australian game, says Sam. When is it? Yeah, next Friday at 7 o'clock. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely do that, yeah. Guns. Merle, thank you as well for the follow. It's at 4 a.m. No, it's not. Australia game's not at 4 a.m. It's at 7 o'clock on Friday, the 3rd of July, against Egypt. The 4 a.m. game is Switzerland. I do not think I'll be doing that. Double substitution by Portugal. Delo on for Cancelo and Ruben Neves probably on for... João Neves probably on for Ruben Neves, I would imagine. Yep. You've got to ask the question why Di Matteo didn't start João Neves in the first place. And by the look of João Neves, he's probably thinking exactly the same thing. He's such a crap coach, Martinez. He's an absolute chancer. He is the definition of a chancer. He is a crap coach. I'm sorry. How Portugal gave him the job, I don't know. Nice to see Delo on. Look, would I sell Delo tomorrow? Yes. Do I think he's a good lad? Yes. Do I think he cares about United? Yes. Do I think he works hard? Yes. I just don't think he's good enough. Right, second half's about to kick off. What a venue this is in Miami, by the way. You know what? I actually thought it today. I was making my coffee after the England game. And I don't know how many of you are going to feel like this. I was making so watched the England game, had about 25 minutes, made the coffee, and got my water ready, and prepping for the Colombia Portugal game. And I thought, you know what? I've sort of got into the rhythm now of staying up until 2, 3 in the morning watching football with you good people. And I thought, when it's all over, it's never going to happen again, is it? Never going to have this collection of games going on at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's never going to happen again. Going to be sat there in September, October. It's going to be cold, won't even be hot. Thinking back to that World Cup. So I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it, embracing it, because when it's over, I think we'll miss it. Are you drinking an IPA there, Mark? Says Mr. Oh no, I've given up. I've stopped now. It will, Mark, eventually. I think the next World Cup, they're doing kickoffs like this. I won't be doing them. Because I already know in 8 years' time we're in Saudi and they don't have kickoff times like this. I mean, I'll be in my 60s by the time they do this again. If I make it. With the right coach, Delo can hit Hakimi levels, says AMC. Mate, that's like saying with the right coach, Ian Beale can hit DiCaprio levels. With the right coach, Ollie Murs can hit Liam Gallagher levels. Yeah, come on. Sam says, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. All your Aussie fans been waiting for Australia game. Big fan of the page. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, I don't think I've done an Australian watch-along, have I? Tevin says, Ronaldo's 41. Messi's just turned 39. It does matter. Who would you rather have on the wing? Doku or Bainer, says Michael. I don't know. Rooney said Rashford could take his United records. When? Seeking says Ronaldo was much better at Man United than Real Madrid. Well, he won the Ballon d'Or, didn't he? I mean, he won the Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid as well. He was a different player at Man United. Real Madrid, he was more of a striker. Real Madrid, he was more of a striker. Man United was more of a winger. Wayne Rooney for Manchester United scored, according to Wikipedia, 183 goals. Marcus Rashford has scored for Manchester United 87 goals. He's not breaking Wayne Rooney's record. He's 29 in October. He needs basically 100 goals. 100 goals, and he's 29. If he plays for 6 years, 100 goals. I suppose he could do it. Yeah, I suppose. You know what? 20 goals. Well, not even 20 goals, is it? If he plays for 5 more years till he's 34 and he scores 20 goals a season, it's tough though. That I think that's tough. I think that's tough because what about injury? What about drop off? It probably won't happen. No. Rooney scored 250. Well, that Wikipedia's wrong then. See, you can't trust it. I think Rashford scored more than 87 as well. That's wrong. That's got to be wrong then. I know. Man United, all-time top scorers. Yeah, Rooney's got 253. Oh, fucking, you can't trust it. You can't trust it, can you? Rooney's got 253. Rashford's got 138. So he's more than 100 behind him. He's 115 behind him. I don't think he'll break it. I don't think Rashford's going to come back to Man United and score 115 goals between 29 and retirement. Yeah. Yeah, Wikipedia must just do league goals, which is, you know. I tell you what, Colombia started the game very well, but last 15 minutes of the first half and first 5 minutes of this, Portugal are doing well. Man United should get João Felix. No, that ship sailed a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Robert McCormack says, Wayne Rooney just said it now. It'd be nice for a Manc lad to be an all-time scorer. Oh, I couldn't give a shit about that. I mean, I don't care whether Rashford's the all-time top scorer or Rooney. I'd probably rather it be Rooney because he was a better player. But I don't really give a shit about them being from Manchester, mate. I think those days are long gone now. We don't live in a world like that anymore. And also, Beckham wasn't from Manchester, Best wasn't from Manchester, Duncan Edwards wasn't from Manchester, Robson wasn't from Manchester, Cantona wasn't from Manchester. Rick says, I'll be really sad at the end of the World Cup. Likely no more Ronaldo, Messi and other greats. Mexico has been a great host and the US stadiums. Yeah, and we've still got ages left of it, mate. Let's just enjoy it, Rick. I really hope that the knockouts can deliver, and I'm quite confident about that because so many experts said that it's going to be a shit group stage, but it'll get good in the knockouts, and I think the group stage has been good. Sometimes though, I remember Russia, group stage very good, knockouts a bit boring. Hey, that was a stupid flick, but Arias wins it back. This game needs a goal. Who's that idiot there? That was absolutely shit. Lerma nearly cost them a bloody goal there, losing the ball. Lerma driver. N5 and U10, thanks for your follow. Lord Steve says, hi everyone on TikTok. Rashford was the OG star boy. I mean, Rashford should have broke the record. If you think about it, if he'd have just consistently kept scoring goals, he'd have smashed the record. It's the lost years, isn't it? Where, the last 18 months at United and now. He would have broke it if he'd have stayed at United all his career. I tell you what I want, though. I've said it about England and Harry Kane. United as well. I just want some young British talent to start studying people like Harry Kane and Erling Haaland and Lewandowski. We really need strikers to start coming through. There's a lack of strikers in the world game. Why aren't you watching Congo versus Uzbekistan? Why would I watch Congo Uzbekistan when I could watch Colombia Portugal go for top place? Australia, Austria, Cape Verde are the worst team left. Worst teams left, says Eru. I don't think Austria are bad. I think Ranić gets them playing good football. They just don't have a. They don't really have a. They can't score goals. I thought against Argentina they did quite well. They just couldn't score goals. Ooh, shot from distance straight at the keeper. Congo, Uzbekistan is 1-0 to Uzbekistan. Congo could be heading out. Ross McRae Magician says, the Scottish manager has resigned. What are your thoughts? Not a lot, really, because, I mean, he's probably just had enough. I think Steve Clarke could get a job in domestic football, and he's probably just had enough of being an international coach, because there's not more. What more can Steve Clarke do for Scotland? He's qualified them for the World Cup. They've not got out of the group. He probably looks at the squad and goes, there's not a load of great young players coming through. You know, can I get them to the next World Cup? Maybe, but would we get out of the group? So, you know, he's probably just gone, this is about it. And it's not like club football, is it? Where you might have the prospect of going out and, you know, finding a cheap... Look at Hearts. You know, look at what Hearts did with their recruitment. Moneyball, whatever you want to call it. You can't do that with Scotland, can you? He's probably looked at what he's got, the age of the players. Andy Robertson's about to retire. John McGinn's getting on. McTominay's getting on. He's probably looked at the youth setup and gone, things are only going to get worse. I'll go out on a relative high of taking Scotland to the World Cup. AMC says, sorry, Mark, I'm a Delo enjoyer. I see a vision. I think if Man United sort their problems, Delo can be the right back to go forward. Ray says, we ready for big teams like France? I hope England get to play France, because that'll mean we've gone deep into the tournament. Izam and Mister, thanks for the follow. Apparently someone just said, didn't Steve... GSV Courier on TikTok just said, didn't Steve Clarke sign a new contract before the tournament? I don't know. Spencer says, what do you think of Bruno's performance? It's just not the same, is it? It's just not the same. It just has nowhere near the impact. They don't get the ball into him. You know, at United, he's on the ball all the time. And for Portugal, they just don't get him on the ball enough. Every United player is looking for Bruno. Every Portugal player ain't look. It's not the same. Thoughts on the media dogpile of Ronaldo? It's just ridiculous too. I don't even know what Ronaldo's done to be disliked. The longer this goes on, the more likely Portugal will end up attacking a lot more, because they're the ones who are in second place at the moment. And reminder, if Portugal finish second, it's Croatia and then probably Spain. If Colombia finish top, it's Ghana and then the winner of Egypt, Switzerland. So a much easier side of the draw. But here we are. João Felix. Ronaldo! Oh, he was offside. And that happens a lot. He's not offside there. But yeah, he's miles offside there. Great ball by Delo, says Talks United. Start bench sell, says Neil. Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica. Well, Star Wars starts. I remember watching Battlestar Galactica when I was a kid and enjoying it. So I'll put that on the bench. And Star Trek. I never liked Star Trek. I never liked Star Trek. I have a theory on Star Trek that I can't repeat, but and who it appeals to, but I never liked Star Trek. Are you watching the Argentina game? No. No. It's not worth losing sleep for. They're already qualified and Messi's not starting. What do you think about Disney's takeover of Star Wars? I think they've done some good stuff. But it's the trilogy, isn't it? You know, even the solo film's all right. Rogue One is brilliant. I can't remember what it was called. Andor was good. Mandalorian was quite good when it had Luke Skywalker in it. But yeah, it's the new trilogy. They just were not very good. But then what they've done with Aliens and Predator is good. Oh, that would have been a great goal. Richard Rios on now for Colombia. I really like this player, and it was lovely play by Colombia down the wing. Fullback cuts it back. This would have been a really good goal. Put it wide. Lovely build-up play. He put it wide. Sorry, I told you about the substitutions that Portugal had made. Delo on for Cancelo and João Neves on for Ruben Neves at half-time. Richard Rios has only just come on for Lerma. Keep an eye out for Rios. I really like him. He was brilliant in the Club World Cup last year. Obviously, he's moved to Benfica. Number 6. And Suarez is on for Cordoba, who's their normal starting striker. So keep an eye out for him. Plays for Sporting. So I think, in a way, it strengthens Colombia, those two substitutions. Portugal's tactics are painfully predictable. Get it wide and hope. With that midfield quality, playing through the middle should be easy, says John United. Who do you reckon will be better, De Zerbi or Carrick, says C? Well, hopefully it will be Carrick. He used to be at Villa, didn't he? Portugal's guy. Might still be at Villa. Hopefully it'll be Carrick, but I mean, you'd go Carrick, wouldn't you? You never get. Who's going to pick Spurs over anybody? I mean, even a Spurs fan would say Carrick, because Spurs have had so many false dawns. T Potion says, so far this World Cup has exposed Serie A. Too many players who are treated like superstars in Italy have looked very ordinary. You know what? I actually do agree with you on that. You know, the best player in Italy is Lautaro Martinez, isn't he? Now, is that a good representation of Italian football? Leo, thanks for the follow on TikTok. We've got nearly 10,000 people watching and it's nearly 2 a.m. The numbers are going up on YouTube. It's incredible. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Colombia in down the right-hand side. Why? What was that all about? I genuinely thought he'd done quite well there. Suarez. He does the fake shot And then he goes for the shot anyway. I think he should have cut it back. That would be my one reservation about Colombia, is their lack of composure in front of goal. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Please do subscribe if you're watching, one of the 10,000 people watching on YouTube, by the way. Next watch-along is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. First knockout game. Someone in the chat just said that Colombia are garbage. I actually think they're decent. So we've got only 25 minutes left. If it stays 0-0, oh, don't do 0-0s. If it stays 0-0, then Colombia will top the group, and their reward will be a very, very decent side of the draw. Still keeping an eye on Congo, Uzbekistan, because if Congo can get back into it, we play Congo instead of Senegal. Watch for the overlap here. Lovely weighted ball. Cuts it back. Finishing's just not been quite right from Colombia, has it? I mean, look at how many shots they've had to Portugal. 17 shots to 11, 5 shots on target to 2, 2 corners to 0. They've been the better team, Colombia. No two ways about it. Portugal have been distinctly second best. Diaz. Don't shoot from there. Ooh, it's hit the post. Do shoot from there. Which footballer do you think will do a Piers Morgan interview next, says Zach? Ooh. There's a bad injury here. I think it might be Vega for Portugal. Or is it Mendes? I think it's Mendes. Oh no, he didn't hit the post. It went wide. For some reason I thought he hit the post. I'll tell you what, it would have gone in. If that had been on target, that would have gone in. It's Mendes. I think he got banged in the head. Godzilla says, can't believe I'm sending one of these, but in a really lonely spell, but it's been nice sending these super chats. Appreciate you, Mark. I think the great thing, hydration break, the great thing about not only these watch-alongs at this time of night, but when we do them anyway, it's we build a community together, don't we? So thanks for being part of it. I always say, like, essentially I'm sat in a room watching a game of football. You know, it's a room, but I never feel like that when I'm live streaming. So, you know, I do feel like part of something, so I'm sure it's the same for you. Yeah, hydration break here. Yeah, Portugal just not good enough at the moment. I mean, obviously they want to top the group, but they're not good enough at the moment. Brighty says, Bright Minty says, hi Mark, just want to say I love all you do. Anyway, this game is so poor, I turned it off and just listening to you. Any chance of a Football Manager 26 England save? I don't think it has been a bad game, mate. I think Colombia have played well. I mean, I think some people can't deal with 0-0s. I take that on board, but you know, Colombia have done well. Portugal, not so much. Leao's coming on anyway because he's got his kit on. Give Colombia one of France's attackers and they'll be fine, says Rex. Who do I think would do a Piers Morgan interview next? I don't know. I mean, it's always going to be a drop. It's going to be a drop off after Grealish, isn't it? Oh, that's John Legesmi and Matt Damon there. I don't know. I mean, when you've had Ronaldo, I don't know. Uh, 1-1, Congo. Penalty. It's still on for England. I tell you what, if we get Congo, I will love it. It's just a bet. It's just an easier game than Senegal, and I'll take that. Plume says that stadium is absolutely beautiful. We've been spoilt, really. João Felix and Vitinha are coming off. Samu Costa and Liao are coming on. Oh, I tell you what, I've done well tonight. First yawn, 20 minutes to go. I'll take that. First yawn yesterday was at like, I think the first 5 minutes. I was struggling yesterday. This time yesterday, I couldn't get my words out. I think it was about this time I got the guitar out. My mate seen you in Westwood Ho in Devon. Is it the truth? Says Bailey. I was in Westwood Ho in Devon. Not recently though. I'd say it's got to be 3 or 4 years ago. Westwood Ho, maybe 5. Because we went down to somewhere else in Devon. I can't remember what it was called. 2 AM. Football King says, why has Vitinha been taken off? Oh, it's bloody Martinez, isn't it? I think it's his bloody Sir Alex. Wayne Harris has just got in from his stag night, very drunk but not quite ready for bed. Mate, you've done well to get in from your stag night and be watching football. Hope you enjoyed it. How far do you think England will go? Well, if Congo score and we get Congo, I'd expect us to win that game. Then we're going to play the winner of Ecuador against Mexico, which I think Ecuador Mexico is going to be very interesting. I mean, we will know whether England are through. I think. Let me just have a check. No, Mexico Ecuador is before England. So I think Mexico, with it being in Mexico in the Azteca, obviously they'll be slight favourites, but I think Ecuador are quite good. So I think it'll be interesting. But whoever England get out of Ecuador, Mexico, if we get through, that will be a tough game, because a lot of England games, good chance Colombia, but good defending. A lot of England games, we will end up with a lot of fans there, but I don't think that's going to be easy to do. If you play Mexico in Mexico, they're going to have the most fans, aren't they? It's going to be hard to get tickets. Portugal under the cosh here, and a good bit of defending, to be fair. Twice from Vega. Rodriguez with the shot. The trouble is, it's almost like Portugal are holding on. I've always said this about Portugal. They play like they're 1-0 up. They do, don't they? Portugal play like they're 1-0 up. They're not. Colombia want a penalty. Player's gone down. And he's not going to give it, is he? I mean, again, that's one of them where he's gone to kick it and he can't kick it because the Portugal player's in the way, but I don't think it's a penalty. I've seen them given in the Bundesliga. I've seen them given. Can Japan beat Brazil? They can, Mont. They can beat Brazil, but it would be a huge shock to do it. But they can. I mean, I think the pick the games that so far are the pick of the knockout stages are certainly, I think, Brazil, Japan, and I think Netherlands, Morocco, and Ivory Coast, Norway. I think those 3 games jump out as we're going to lose a decent team there. It's 1-1 between Congo and Uzbekistan. Context for England is if Congo score and win, we play them instead of Senegal. So, and Congo are definitely going for it. As the group stands at the moment, Congo would be going home in 3rd place with only 2 points. So if they want to stay in the tournament, they need to win. FIFA will compensate United for Rogate's injury. Under their compensation laws for injured players, Glinios will be loving it, says Ven. Gorzilla says, what's a stag night? It's when you get married. And when you're getting married, you have a night out with your mates. And it's stag for men and hen for women. Jake says, back again. What was your whoop recovery last night? I mean, mate, I don't know what's going on. It was good again. I didn't get into bed till 3 o'clock. I don't know how it works, mate, because most of this World Cup, my recovery has been shit because of going to bed late at night. But the last 2 nights, 92%. Makes no sense. Last Sunday, considering I haven't drunk on any of these nights, so this is all sleep related. Last Sunday night, 37, Monday, 54, Tuesday, 53, Wednesday, 58, Thursday, 38, Friday, 80, Saturday, 92. Only me and Jake are having this conversation, by the way. I don't really get it. All my triggers are really good over the last few days. Like my HRV is 96 and 109 the last 2 days. That's why the recovery will be good. My resting heart rate is 44, 45, 42. Respiratory rate's just dropped. I mean, it might be the heat. But, yeah. Your body's probably adapting to the new schedule, says Robert. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, whoop, friends. Tea potion, you make me laugh. 13 minutes to go. A corner for... I'll tell you what, it will be criminal if Portugal win this group. From what I've seen, it'll be criminal, but that's typical Portugal. They're low with a shot, just wide. Do you think it's still coming home? That's my prediction, Jay, yes. Oil Cruiser says Colombia training jacket sponsor is Wonder Bread. The toughest game for England side is Argentina, right? Says Rex. Yeah, and Brazil. There's a possibility that we play Brazil in the quarterfinal and Argentina in the semi-final. What a ball. What a ball. Too many touches. It's a shame. Rodriguez just played it. Was it Rodriguez just played an absolute brilliant ball into their left back? But now, Portugal on the break. Well, the death of the soft free kick isn't over, is it? Because he's given it that. Well, if Portugal topped the group, a lot of people spoke about Portugal-Argentina quarter-final. Ronaldo versus Messi. But if Colombia topped the group, Portugal are on a completely different side of the draw, so we won't get that. Ronaldo, corner. Congo have scored. Is he offside? There's an element of offside potentially. Hold on, I'll stick with the Congo game. They've scored, but there's talk of offside. I tell you what, if he's offside, that's bloody tight. And that means England are playing Congo as it stands. I'm just waiting to see if it's been given. They're still waiting here. Given. Goal. Congo. There we go. Corner to Portugal. Cleared away. Now Colombia looking to break away. Wait. Now he passes it. Terrible cross. Absolutely terrible. Again, Colombia in the final third, just not getting it right. Xander says HRB over 100 is extremely good. What's your secret to getting it that high? I don't really know, mate. I mean, I genuinely don't really know. I think I'm just naturally good looking and fit. No, I'm joking. Maybe I should start doing, like, staying fit in your 40s. I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to have a quick look at the Congo squad, because I really haven't looked at it. Because it looks like they're playing England. You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. So let's have a look at their squad. Yeah, you've got Twansebi and Wan-Bissaka. We know about them. I mean, they've got, you know, the Congo team. I don't know why people disrespect them, because, again, it's another African team, and I don't know why people disrespect the African teams, because it's, you know, Nigeria aren't here, Cameroon aren't here. There's a lot of decent African nations that aren't here, so you've got to respect the ones that are. Yeah, you've got a lot of French players, French-based players, Lille, Montpellier, Siddiqui, obviously, Sunderland, Wizza, Newcastle. Yeah. Yeah, we should beat them, but they're not a straightforward game, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Let me just double check. Knockout stage, as it stands, England, Congo. It says it there. As it stands, we're playing Congo. So the theory was right. If Congo win, we're playing England. Sorry, if Congo win, England are playing Congo. So I'd rather play them than Senegal. Who gets Senegal then? They're out. No, they're not. Oh, they are out. No, they're not. They're playing Belgium. Belgium, Senegal. Somebody has just gone out, though, to be fair. You make a good point. Who missed out with that? South Korea have just been knocked out. How did South Korea end up going out? I thought South Korea looked quite good. That first game, I thought South Korea looked quite good. They're gone. South Korea are out. If Congo hold on, they're out, and Iran will be going out as well. If Algeria draw or win, Iran will drop out as well. It's a harsh world. It's harsh. Adi, SK, and Noel, thank you very much for your follows on TikTok. Appreciate you. I can't believe we've kept 10,000 people watching this stream at like 2:15 in the morning. Incredible community we've built across this World Cup. Make sure you're subscribing if you're on YouTube, by the way. Lots of exciting stuff to come after the World Cup for this channel as well, but still lots of World Cup watch-alongs for you to get involved in, be part of the community. I'll tell you what, if Portugal win this in the last 10 minutes, it'll be an absolute robbery. They'd be so jammy. Got over 2,000 people watching on TikTok as well. A lot of people obviously staying up for this game. I'm going to do another 0-0 here, aren't I? At least it wasn't England again. This would not have been 0-0 if Colombia could finish. Delo did well there, but his cross was shit, unfortunately. Mate, a lot of people giving Portugal a load of shit in the chat. Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, you know. Crap, terrible. Keith says, I watched United stand earlier and really didn't think you'd be watching this game. Yeah, I was a bit lively in that, I must admit. But I had a coffee after the England game, and I tell you what, I was out at an awards show last Saturday. I was only going to have a pint. I had about 6, and then I had to stream on the night. I got back, had an hour, I had a big coffee, and that sorted me out. But yeah, I mean, look, Bruno Fernandes in this Portugal team, you'd think he was shit. Muniz is coming on now. Blame the manager, exactly. It's a bit like Southgate when he wasn't getting the best out of the players. Like, Bruno's one of the best players in the world. And I've hardly noticed him in this game. Ellis says, I've just had a tattoo. No, yeah. I mean, look, it does look good on some. I've never wanted one. Just never even thought about it. What app do you use to monitor your fitness, Mark? Says all the... I use Whoop. I don't know whether it's the best. I don't even know why I started using that one, but lovely ball out wide here. It's got so much space. Oh dear. Who's kept that out of the goal? Brilliant bit of defending by Diaz. I'm not familiar with Portugal's game plan here. Like, Colombia should have won this game, and Portugal seem to be quite happy with, oh, keeper's done great. Over the bar. I don't know how Colombia haven't won this. I really don't. They have been such the better team. Credit to the defence of Portugal for keeping this 0-0. "21 shots Colombia have had, 6 on target, 56% possession. I really don't know how. I don't know how Colombia haven't won it. They've really been very good. I'd look forward to watching them again as well. Which we can't figure out until the final whistle. But as things stand, they would play on early hours of Saturday morning at 2:30 a.m. And I would watch that. I don't think I'd watch Portugal at 2:30 a.m. I think that would send me to sleep, but I'd watch Colombia. Portugal would play at midnight against Croatia on Thursday. If they finish second here. The worst knockout game, and I'm surprised to say this, I probably won't do it, would be Switzerland at 4 a.m. on a Friday. I don't know whether I'd do that. 4 a.m. I just don't know. And it's probably Switzerland. I can't figure out who they'd play. I'm not watching Argentina at 3 a.m. No. They're not picking their strongest team, and they've already topped the group. Although if you are staying up for the 3 a.m.s, Algeria, Austria, you might see a bit of World Cup history, because they can literally play a draw out and they both qualify. I'm going to tell you now, the chances of that game being a draw are huge. And it won't be a good game either. Muniz puts the cross in. Corner. Only 5 minutes added on. I'm very impressed with Colombia. I've really liked them. To me, Colombia joined the group of Japan, Ivory Coast, Morocco, USA. Exciting underdog teams. I like them. He's got a wonderful left foot. Get in! Get the fuck in! We don't do nil-nils. We don't do nil-nils. We don't do nil-nils. We don't do nil-nils. What a cross by James Rodriguez. That is what I christened a wand of left foot in 2014. What a cross. Apparently it's offside. Fuck off. I do nil-nils. Well, it deserves to be a goal. This cross by James Rodriguez is absolutely goated. He might be on, you know. He might be on, you know. He looks on to me. I'll tell you what, that deserves to be a goal, because that cross by James Rodriguez was pure brilliance. Goal given. Oh no, I don't know. Has he given it? What does this do to the group, Mark, if this is given? No, it's offside. Oh. That's got to be tight. That's giving me Garnacho for Man United against Arsenal vibes, that is. Who put the cross in then? I thought it was James Rodriguez. He's been off the pitch for 20 minutes. God. Who put the cross in? I've got to give him some credit. It was a wand of a left foot. I just assumed it was James Rodriguez. I've never seen... I just told you. I've told you. Oh, no. They don't deserve it, Portugal. And it's gone wide. They do not fucking deserve it. Piss off. I want the name of the person who put that cross in, because it was just so James Rodriguez-like. I thought it was him. Well, I want the replay on the offside. Quintero put the cross in. Thank you very much. It was an absolutely delightful cross, and he deserves his flowers. I just do not want Portugal to score a winner here. It would be so unjust. Come on, Colombia. Go on, mate. Go on, mate. Here's Diaz. Lays it back. No, you shouldn't have had a shot there, mate. There was another pass. What a ball. Oh, keeper's there. 30 seconds. Well, looks like we're going to get a 0-0. I haven't seen the replay of this offside at all. Is PGMOL running the VAR today? Says Oil Cruiser. Shank says, does Bruno play deeper for Portugal? Here's the cross. My God. It's a toe. I mean, look, if it's off, isn't it? But it was off by his toe. There we go. I mean, it is off, but as we know, it was close. No, it is offside. It's offside. But look at those stats. Colombia, brilliant. I don't think Ronaldo's had a sniff, has he? Well, if this is Portugal trying to top the group, I wouldn't want to be, you know, I feel very, very sorry for Portuguese people. That's it. That's it. Colombia top the group. Bruno looks frustrated. I mean, you know what? Every year we make this mistake. Portugal could win the tournament. Absolutely got no fucking chance. Not on what we've seen. No fucking chance. They look nowhere near. Nowhere near. And look, people are worried. People are moaning about England, but nowhere near that level. You know, nowhere near are we playing at that level. Did Congo win? Still playing, mate. But the 3-1. Yeah, that's done then as well. I've done another 0-0, haven't I? I mean, I'm not that bad. As far as 0-0 goes, that wasn't bad. I mean, the funny thing is, that game was better than Norway-France, and we got 4 goals. So, but look, very excited to watch Colombia later in the tournament. Yeah, how long Portugal are going to be in it? Well, it's good for United that Bruno might be coming home. I don't think he's going to be coming home this early though. I mean, I anticipated that Bruno was going to be playing very late into the tournament, but Portugal will play Croatia at midnight on Thursday, and then they will play a week on Monday against Spain or Austria. Spain will beat them. Thing is, if you get through that, you've got a good chance of getting to the semis. I mean, you never know with Portugal, but I think that I think they were poor. I think they've been poor in this tournament, and I think they were very poor tonight. You know, they could have been playing Ghana and then Switzerland or Iran. And they put themselves in a difficult situation now. Thanks for tonight, Mark. Really enjoyed it. Says Katie. Yeah, I really enjoyed all the watch-alongs we've done, but the late night ones have been great. Robbed, I can do the same with ChatGPT, says Robert. Congo also win. What an amazing team, says Kyle. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Please do subscribe on your way out if you haven't. We are back tomorrow with a watch-along at 8 o'clock. It's the first knockout game at 8. It's Canada against South Africa. I'll also be doing a video tomorrow around reacting to the England game, and well, actually, I don't know whether I will. Sort of ship sailed on that now, hasn't it? I've got a transfer show to do tomorrow anyway. Should have put it out today, but forgot. So we'll have an up-to-date transfer window. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. I'm on the United Stand at 11 tomorrow. I didn't tell United Stand viewers, so if you are a United Stand viewer, it won't be at 10. It'll be 11. Take care. Speak to you in a bit. And massive shout out to everyone.